What's going on, everybody? UltimatDJz here from the Teaching Trick YouTube. Today, here with a quick and dirty, brand spanking new Deep Space Nine Part 2 ARC launches, and with it comes the Bajoran faction. But there is some real deep, heavy, complicated kind of math, so let's do it real quick. Let's get it out, point A to point B to point Z. Let's hop into the game. This is your Bajoran faction, quick and dirty. The first thing you're going to do, step one, you're going to fly a ship all the way out here, all right, all the way up to the northwest. This is Dominion space, all right? You're going to come in here, you're going to bring a ship, and you're going to find hostiles, and you're going to kill these hostiles that are dropping these antimatter units. You're going to bring these antimatter units into your new faction store, which is going to be in your faction tab down here at the bottom, the faction Bajoran, all right? And you're going to redeem that right here, hostile exchange. Now, you can't see it because I've already refined it, so I'm going to show you very quickly what it's going to have in it. That hostile exchange is, boom, right here. These numbers are going to vary by ops level, okay? It's using the antimatter units that we just saw. At this particular level, 50,000, 123 for a double, 287 for a triple. This is definitely scaling by ops. As the higher ops have more antimatter, we are seeing that that is scaling up pretty dramatically up in the G5 area. So what are you going to do with these Bajoran badges? Well, let's assume for a minute that you are going to do a triple pull. That gives you 333. So what do you do with them? We're going to come back into the game, and we can spend them in one of three locations. Whoop, there's the cat. One of three different locations. The first one that we can spend the Bajoran badges is going to be right here on credit exchange. This one right here, which you see I did not do today, all right? This is 111 for a single chest, 555 for 5 chests, and 5550 for 50 chests. Nice to note here that this does not get more expensive as you scale this thing up. It's just however many chests you want to buy. But remember, even on a triple, I'm only getting 333. So that's 79 Bajoran credits. I'll tell you about those in a moment. The other thing that we can do with those is we can actually buy Armada directives, all right? The solo Armada directives. Again, using the Bajoran badges, you can see here that 100 directives, that's enough for one uncommon start, is going to cost 135. But man, if you want a double, it's going to be big, big money right there, 805. The third place that we can actually spend that, and by the way, the uncommon directive exchange is right here. The third place we can spend it is on reputation advancement, all right? If we take a look at the reputation advancement, and again, I've already done mine here today. Here is a screenshot of that one. 100 Bajoran badges, you get 150 reputation. You could do a double up for an extra 50, get 2 chests, get 300 reputation, or 3 chests for 500. So what does that matter? Well, here's your reputation right here. And the reputation is going to change the contents of this Bajoran store. You can see that there's, just like any other faction store, there's going to be items that unlock at various different levels of reputation as you go on through here, all right? Currently, I'm tolerated. I've got to get up to 1550 more, rather, to get to Gorilla, and then I start to unlock some other items, all right? So those are the three things that I can use the Bajoran credits for, okay? Do note, here's 111. We just saw the reputation costing 100, and the directives also costing 100. 135. That's actually more than the potential 333 that I can even get in a day. So you're going to have to choose. Is it going to be reputation and something else, or Bajoran credits and something else, or reputation and directives? You're going to have to choose 2 out of the 3 that you're going to be able to do every single day. If I'm offering a small opinion, I would avoid the credit exchange, and I'll tell you why. Because once we get the directives, we're going to come out and we're going to kill one of these armadas. Let me show you one of these in one of these other systems here. We'll just take a quick peek here. And nope, not in that system. People killing hostiles. Here, there's an armada in this system. We're going to attack the Armada. Do keep in mind it is only a 90-second timer, so you need to have your ships there pretty quickly. But they're going to be dropping two different currencies. One, the uncommon Armada loot, and also these Dominion edicts. I'm going to talk to you about those in just a moment. But right now, we're going to take a look at the uncommon loot. There are rare directives with rare loot and epic directives with epic loot as well. We're going to earn this uncommon loot, and we're going to come back into the faction store, and we're going to redeem it right here in the uncommon loot exchange. We're going to get some items in here. My chest has ship parts, and it has rare directives, some ultras, and you'll notice a lot of this stuff is guaranteed. Then I get a chance on some of the ship parts, all right? So I'm getting trade XP and ultras and Bajoran credits, which is why I would probably not, unless you get a nice bank, buy the Bajoran credits just straight out, because you're still going to get them through the uncommon loot exchange. You're also going to get these diplomacy tokens, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Lots of currencies. It is a little bit over-engineered, but a lot of different things that you can do in this store. So you're going to get the uncommon loot eventually when you can actually open it. You can see here, I am very shy. I didn't quite get there. I've got $1 million. It's going to cost me 1.1 just to get a single pull. But that is going to give me my rare directives, which ironically is kind of strange that this is 175 because it does cost 200. But nonetheless, you will get these. So by the time you get your second pull of this, then you get your first rare sorted. This is very much like the Stella loop, just minus the maxing and scrapping, all right? So you're going to go out and then run the rare directives. You're going to get the rare juice. You're going to bring that back, and you're going to exchange it right here in the rare store. Guess what? It's got some other stuff, some officer shards, some more Bajoran credits, and now the epic directives. When you earn enough, they cost 500. You'll come back here, and you'll do the epic store. And again, more officer shards, transporter patterns, but more Bajoran credits and more of these diplomacy tokens, plus more ship parts. Now, you'll notice a moment ago, I also showed you the edicts. These are the elite loot exchange, all right? Now, these are expensive. They're going to take you a little while to build up, but once you get, at my level, 1,550, I've got 108 so far, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to get even more Bajoran credits, more diplomacy tokens, a chance at some extra directives, extra officer shards, and ship parts, all right? So that is just an extra little loot bonus that you get out of every single one, even all the way down to the uncommons. You'll be able to earn these, and when you get so many, you'll get a nice little extra bonus. All right. Other things that you can do with these Bajoran credits, you can take a look here at, where to go? Material token claim. All right. You can spend diplomacy tokens. So we'll come, actually, you know what? Let me come back to that in just a second. The diplomacy tokens we can spend there right here. This is what I want. The material credit claim. These are the Bajoran credits. All right. You're earning those Bajoran credits from the refines and the Armada, the loot chest and all that. And this is just an extra refinery. You come in here, you'll be able to draw these extra little shot of materials. It's not everything. I think it gave me probably 3 or 4 different rolls off of one chest because I got some materials, but not of all of them, all right? Now, also, we noticed out of all of these loot exchanges, we're also pulling this one right here, these diplomacy tokens. Again, another little shot in the arm of extra materials, but you could also use those and the Bajoran credits to come down here and buy these favors, all right? These favors, by the way, are all categorized right here, and I'll show you how that breaks down here in just a moment very quickly as we're running out of time. You can click on any one of these favors and determine what it's actually going to do to you. This is essentially a research tree inside the faction store. You're going to buy it with Bajoran credits, and it's going to unlock and provide you a certain buff. As a matter of fact, I did actually do one here real quick. I'll pull this up for you. Actually, I did 2. Here's one where I was going to do the ship hull health, all right? So I loaded a Mayflower. Notice my hull health, 130,000 right here. We're going to back out. We're going to go into the Bajoran store. We're actually going to activate this favor, and we're going to see if it actually gives me the whole health buff that I would be expecting. That would be Bajor's Rage. So I'm going to activate that with the Bajoran credits. There it is. It automatically pops. Then I'm going to come back into the ship screen just to check and make sure it's working. You can see now it's active on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm at level 1. I got a 50% bonus. So let's go see if it's actually going to give us a little bit of a whole health bonus. We'll go back to the Mayflower and whole health. And indeed we are. It was 130 something a minute ago. So now I got an extra 4,000 whole health. Very small, but again, those 50% to base. Also, I did one for building. All right, the resources, the Bajoran construction right up here, okay? So, again, different levels, all requiring the Bajoran credits. Let's take a quick peek at maybe a dry dock that I've got here. Oops, wrong button. Let me go back. We'll take a look at this dry dock that I've got out here. And we'll take a look. It is requiring 8.5 billion steel, 117.2 million titanium. We're going to activate this favor, Bajoran Construction Level 1. Boom, it's popped. We're going to come back out. And we're going to take a look at the dry dock again. And now we're down to 7.9 billion from 8.5 and 109 million titanium. These are giving basically research style buffs pretty much right up front. That is the quick and dirty on this loop. What Scopely tells us is that you're going to get one free uncommon every single day, or you can, as long as you're using your credits to do that. You will also be able to, they say, be able to do one rare every 3 to 4 days. Now, that may be a little bit wishy-washy right up here up front because it's going to depend on how quickly you can actually get this redeem done. And it's not quite a full rare. But after your second chest of this, which might take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, then you'll get your first rare. They also say about every 3 to 4 rares that you run, you'll get an epic. The way that I roughly map this out is roughly one uncommon every single day, so that's 30 a month. Probably about 8 rares per month, give or take, and then probably 2 epics per month. Again, give or take, depending on how you invest in this loop. The math is not flush. It might be a couple of extra days on one, and then you get, 2 days back-to-back of a rare, depending on your leftover loot and how this math actually breaks out. So that is the quick and dirty on how you're going to get through here. I also had mentioned earlier these diplomacy tokens. You can use them again here for extra materials, but you also, when you get to some of the higher levels and the higher reputation levels of these favors, they will require not only the Bajoran credits, but also the diplomacy tokens. Think of those as like your merits of honor, a little bit higher value and needed a little bit later in the research community. That is your quick and dirty on the Bajoran faction loop. Now, again, very, very reminiscent of Stella and some very, very good researches in here, but not costing materials and a ton of resources, which I actually do like. Other than that, it's very, very similar to that of the Stella loop. Community, that is your quick and dirty. Sorry, it went just 2 minutes over what I meant for it to, but I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully this was condensed enough, a lot of information packed in. Leave your questions, comments down below. Be happy to answer. My name is UltimatDJz here for the Teaching Trick YouTube, your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Love you, minute. Catch you on the next one. Please subscribe, click the bell, share with your team. Let everybody know this is how it actually works. More analysis coming soon too, I promise. Don't go anywhere. See you later, guys. Bye. Meow.